Yes, it's been a rainy day for the second day in this week. Well, we thank God for the rains. Yes, following the latest developments, the FBI and others secret services has vowed to release 2,500 documents regarding the personality and the activities of the Ahmed Bola Tinubu. Could that, of course, finally nail him and push him out of office if that becomes necessary?
Good morning, everyone. First of all, I will start by accusing the Western world. They are the cause of Nigerian predicament until this day. They know all the things they will do, Nigeria will move forward. They know the truth, and they don't want to release the truth. Now they say they want to release 2,000 something files against Tinubu. The thing has been here. They allow him to contest. They allow him to win in the court. Then they allow him. They want Nigeria to suffer. If they release it, good. But why wasting all this time? I strongly believe they are fighting for their interest, only their interest. So they want to even use Tinubu in Africa. That's why they want to hide some things from him. They don't want to expose him for anything. They don't want to expose him. So at this time now, they say they are releasing 2,000 something files over Tinubu. Personally, I know that Tinubu doesn't have good profile abroad. But here in Nigeria, he can bribe, I can say anything. He can bribe even the judge. He can buy any court. He can buy anybody over to his own favor and to detriment of Nigeria. So we claim that we practice democracy, and democracy is not working here. So normally it's supposed to be Western world, America and Europe are supposed to come to our intervention. They should release any possible information, any available information. Nigeria will use it to judge this case. Thank you.
So could it be relevant in this at the Supreme Court? Because P2B and Atiku has proceeded to the Supreme Court. Could such document be relevant? And don't you think the Maradona will also have his way at the end of the day?
Yes, it will be relevant if they truly release it. But I know that the people you are mentioning, you are calling their names. I don't think they want Nigeria to grow. I don't think they want Nigeria to grow. Otherwise, they would have released it before now. But if they release it, good. It will be an evidence in the law court.
It will be an evidence in the law court. Thank you so much, comrade, for your wonderful submissions. And here comes Mr. Niyi. Would you agree with this school of thought that a possible end, of course, might be waiting for a possible end, of course, of office, might be waiting that Tinubu, if eventually those documents have been released, which might not be in his favor?
Well, thank you for having me, Mr. Chukwuzi. It's a shame that at this level and at this time and age of the Nigerian entity, we can still see some people, just like the previous speaker, some of them are still suffering from that neo-colonialism mentality. These are people who...
How do you mean?
Now, very simple. They need an evaluation. They need a reportage from the colonial masters for us to decide who our president is. I mean, I listened with dismay and disappointment. Your previous speaker said that the Americans, if they had wanted Nigeria to move forward, they should have released the documents. What a pity and what a shame.
No, that is his candid opinion.
Yes, and I'm giving you my own view.
To that.
I am giving you my own view.
Yes, you can express yourself, but not countering his opinion. He's entitled to his opinion.
That's a sorry mind kind of set. Americans to choose our leaders. Otherwise, we still want their greedy hands to manipulate our governance. The truth is, we as Nigerians, we should decide, and we have decided who our president is. I understand that the Atiku, who recently has been so mischievous, he has been witch hunting Bola Ahmed Tinubu, who was once his benefactor, all right, trying to do everything possible, going through the back door to obtain a certificate. But yesterday, the SCSU told him that yes, this man is a student, he graduated. They asked of the authenticity of the certificate. They didn't give him a direct answer. They only said they have provided a document to support that assertion. However, Atiku said he needs something. They went further. I think David Ondeyin, one asylum journalist, said he's suing America, the FBI. I think the FBI should be able to tell us all the atrocities of Bill Clinton and the likes before we now get to one of Asiwaju Bola Ahmed.
But are you afraid that there could be a possible eviction by the way of whipping such sentiment?
Well, first and foremost, let me educate you that the Supreme Court is of 95%, on not admitting any further evidence, because that has always been the status quo. It is only on rare occasions that they would admit new exhibits.
Okay, on rare occasions, which is there is window for such.
Well, I can guarantee you that the presidency election has never been overturned, and this also will not be overturned. Let me tell you.
Regardless if that becomes possible, are you saying that you are above the law, or the president is above the law and justicing the interests of the masses?
Will not, as a matter of fact, and as a matter of certainty, right? They will not do anything silly, all right? Because they have no documents to present. That said, the Supreme Court would not admit any evidence which is not beyond reasonable doubt and which is not sourced within the Nigerian system. This is a foreign document. This is a document that has exceeded the period of 10 years.
And so what? If you commit a crime, even when it lasted for two decades, you also pay for such consequences.
Stop.
Isn't that true?
Stop responding through your emotions.
No, not about emotion. You said that it has existed. You said it has exceeded 10 years. Means you are admitting being guilty. You are admitting being guilty for such crime.
There are so many pastors or leaders whom in their younger age did or committed so many atrocities. For example, Paul Kagame was one of the rebellions during the years of Rwandan genocide, was one of those that led the cause of that genocide. I mean, we have seen what happened in Vietnam, we have seen what happened in so many countries that are today now well developed. Some of their leaders were what? They were very bad people.
So, are you now submitting that the president could be culpable of such allegations that has been levied against him?
I am expanding your mindset. It's as simple as that. If you want to be mind closed and you don't want to be open-minded, or you don't want to listen to my conversations, then I'll only tell you that the Supreme Court will further validate this man's mandate. And I think the reason why he has failed, while Obi also has failed, is because they failed the number one rule of power, law of power, which is, from their own perspective, they have always outshined their masters.
How do you mean? Their masters?
Obi, in his own side, outshined Atiku. Atiku is Obi's master when it comes to politics. Atiku, on his own side, outshined Obasanjo, and Obasanjo swore for him.
The Constitution gave everybody equal opportunity, provided you have the, of course, legitimacy to contest. So nobody should be considered as somebody's master or to lord it over anyone. That is not in tandem with the provisions of the Constitution.
If you take it or not,
so I totally disagree with you on that basis.
That is the spiritual forces behind their loss. Obi what outshined his master. If Obi had only been a little bit patient for an additional 4 years, I can guarantee you that Obi and Atiku would have defeated Ashwaju. Ashwaju could have ordinarily outshined Buhari because he knew that he needed to use Buhari to get to that throne. Atiku could have just been so, humbled. But he decided, he took his master to the court and he defeated his master.
Now, what you are saying about the implication of the release of 2,500 files, which might possibly indict the president.
I have told you that is about it.
And you said that it is immaterial.
That is nonsensical, immaterial.
No power can offset the president. Is that your submission?
No power, only God. That in a situation whereby he dies. Anything other than that, it is better you come to your reality and accept this man as a president. Because the Europeans...
Are you telling the world that you intend to run an autocratic government?
The Westerners, the Europeans, will not decide who our leader is. Otherwise, we are returning back to the ugly and then what we shouldn't try to remember, which is the colonial days, whereby the colonial masters, they were the ones that chose our leaders.
Finally,
of course, we are independent.
Yes, finally, you know that the president, the current president, Ahmed Bola Tinubu, is the president of Nigeria. Is an unpopular president, meaning that he only scored 34% of the entire vote. So the rest of the 60% possibly may have rejected him, and they are challenging the validity of such, of course, assertion by the INEC, even to the Supreme Court. So over 60% or 67% of Nigerians are not happy with such development.
Amongst all the contestants, I think he got the least numbers of rejection. Obi got the worst level of rejection. Obi got over 80% level of rejection. I think he got 70, while Tinubu got 60. This is why he's the president. All right? Now, I haven't clarified that.
The opposition, he could not win even up to 40% of the total vote cast.
This is how election is being decided. The person with the least level of rejection is being accepted, right? And the man with the least level of rejection is Ashwaju Bola Ahmed Tinubu.
How do you mean?
Man
By
with
what
the highest
statistics?
level of rejection is that Peter Obi who betrayed his master.
Well, thank you so much, Sim Conrad, for the submissions. I would appreciate your time. While we have here Okokondem, who is here to make his submissions this moment. You are welcome, Okokondem. Good morning.
Yeah, Mr. Chigozie Ndibo, I thank you for giving the opportunity to comment a little. Father, I thank you and magnify your name for making possible for us to be present, in Jesus' name. I thank you for every situation. I thank you for IPOD. I thank you for the one. I thank you for Arewa. I thank you for the construction of Nigeria. We are still beating this piece of earth. I thank you for our person over the world. Be present magnified in Jesus' name. I am Mr. Bradley Okokondem in this Republic of Biafra. You remember Mazin Namdekari and this IPOD to Biafra. Long live Mazin Namdekari. Long live Simon. Long live Biafra. Long live Odua Republic. Long live Arewa Republic.
Thank you so much. Yes, in just 2 minutes, tell us the implication of these 2,500 documents that are about to be released, of course, against the sitting president of the Federal Republic of Nigeria. Would that be the end of his dynasty, political dynasty?
2,500 whatsoever. Who are the people that go to release it?
The US?
Where we are getting saw these days?
Well, no one has, of course, filed for such a document, so they wouldn't have released it except there is a demand or they are being compelled by law to do so.
Where did the president of Nigeria commit that crime they want to release the documents? Where did he commit those crimes?
It is immaterial once you are being indicted anywhere or convicted as such, of course,
now, you see,
according to the law, once you pay a fine,
America or FBI,
it can be referred to.
are doing very big mistake These documents, I am not trying to defend Tinubu. These documents have been brought up since they allow him to be sworn in. They have sworn him now. He's using the incumbent power or veto power to cover the whole thing. Who are those that will arrest him now? Is it not the people that he fixed in the office? He appointed the people that will never arrest him. He appointed the people that never judge him. This is why Obi and the Atiku lose in tribunal. Because he appointed the tribunal that will never remove him from power. What Niyi is saying that Nigerian presidential election never upturned. That's the system of Nigeria. Everything you are sworn in, you have power to do whatever and remain there. Supreme Court cannot judge what go against the tribunal because the tribunal, Supreme Court, is under Tinubu. Now, but I want to remind me that said Supreme Court will never admit any paper again or any file again. But they admit the one against Nnamdi Kanu. You see the judgment in Nigeria. Appeal Court judging Nnamdi Kanu and said no court should sit on it again. The Supreme Court to sit on it. But now they are trying to tell us that Supreme Court will not sit against the judgment of tribunal to show you the injustice in Nigeria. To show you that we don't have judiciary. What we have to do music. Dance of shame in Nigeria.
Dance of shame in Nigeria. Juju music and not judiciary.
I'm not judiciary.
Wow, that is a fantastic submission by you.
Now, and I want to tell you, he says some countries have committed 10 years a case that is over. Let me remind you, there was a man in America jailed when he was in the school age, elementary boy, because the lady accused him, and the parents could not accuse that they want to rape the lady. They jailed him back. That man spent it's almost 70 years before Obama entered. They revisited the case and set that man free. And the American government compensated the man. It's a black man. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. So it's only in Nigeria that the law doesn't work. That's why you see anything going up, info.
Yes,
in Nigeria.
Niyi was trying to cover up. He said that, by the way, the offense has exceeded 10 years. Is there any law in the world that exonerates someone of a crime, even when it is very clear that he is culpable of such crime, because it has exceeded 10 years, so such should be pardoned, of course,
the only thing
without any recourse to the
only thing with the
rule of law.
Western world, European Union, and America, they don't want to press hard on Nigeria because they know what they're getting from Nigeria. They know what they're getting from Nigeria. They only play it and go. If at all America present this case and say Tinubu should come to America, if he commit that case in America, will he go? Look at Abakari own, ordinary police officer. When FBI said he should bring to America for money laundering or scamming, do Nigeria release him? Nigeria do not release him. Now Nigeria pardon him, set him free, pay him compensation. But Nnamdi Kanu, who committed no crime, they still hold him. How can it take the work? Now, if FBI know that what they are doing is right or Tinubu committed crime that warrant him to be jail, let them International Criminal Court shoot warrant arrest against him, as they did. I think the same International Court issue warrant against Putin. Do Putin commit any crime against America or against the world? But they're looking for Putin to arrest him, which meant Putin wasn't able to go some BRIC nation meetings. Let America do so to Tinubu if they know that Tinubu commit the crime. At least this man in Sudan, the outside the president in Sudan, America use ICC and give warrant arrest against him, that they should be arrested wherever they see him. If America know that Tinubu commit crime, they should issue warrants arrest him. In any part of the world they go, they should arrest him. Even in India he go for G20 meeting, they could arrest him there if he commit that crime. I don't want to the way America and the West handle Nigeria case. They only handle another case favoritism for Nigeria. If any person in Nigeria commit crime, let them arrest him. Even the past president Buhari is supposed to be arrested for genocide, for allowing his trap people, killing people, for killing IPOB. Now see the man go free. Buhari is now free. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Obara.